Hi everyone, welcome to Southside Garage. Today I'm going to be working on a dashboard issue with a 2010 Mazda Tribute. The issue that I'm having with the vehicle is in the dashboard I had to replace some of the LED lights inside the dash. So when I unplugged the dashboard and put in the new bulbs, installed the dash back inside the car, the gauges were all off. The gas gauge was off, temperature, they were all off the speed. So I'll just show you. If you look at my dashboard there right now, you will see that the speed gauge is saying 20 kilometers per hour as I'm not moving. The RPMs are actually sitting a little too low. I know 100% the gas gauge is not correct. So I found out a way to correct these issues, and I'm going to show you guys how to fix all these problems today. Thanks. I'm going to begin by removing the dashboard, and I'll show you step-by-step procedures. So just to show you guys what's happening, if you look, I'm not moving, and my speed is saying I'm driving 20 kilometers an hour. I know my gas gauge is not right because the car is 3/4 full. And my RPMs, I know it's not right because she usually idles at 800, 850 RPMs on idle. So now I'm going to begin to take out the dash and show you. And remember, this is a 2010 Mazda Tribute. So to begin, you got to take the top portion off the dashboard, which is a little bit tricky. This one is a bit tricky. You got to pull out, and you have to release at the bottom. First, let your steering wheel down to its lowest setting for its tilt. So make sure your steering wheel is down to the lowest setting. This one, let go of your headlight switch, which is just a contact. Okay, that's that one. Okay, so then you have these bolts right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you have to remove those. To show you, you have one bolt right there, the second one is right here, third one is down in here, don't know if you can see it, and the fourth one is right here. Okay, 9/32 is the size for the bolt, and 9/32 is the size for the bolt. And we'll get ready to take those out. Okay, so all I'm doing is just removing the nuts from the dash column. I've heard that this is the same procedure for most vehicles, but I can only say myself personally, it works on Fords, like this Mazda Tribute, Ford Escape, cars like that, right? That's my personal experience with it. Some people say this works for all cars in how you reset the gauge, just recalibrate. So that's the last screw. Now I'm going to pull up the board. Now, this is your dashboard. So all I'm going to do now is use a Torx. It's a Torx bit. I'm not exactly sure of the size of this Torx bit, but that's what these little screws here are. I'm going to use these to remove this. Remove these screws. Okay. Now what you have to do now is you have a dot here and a dot right. So you have this one. This one seems to be broken. It's very tedious to get this apart because you have all these connections. I just push down a little on each one the best I can. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, let me make sure my camera's set up good so everybody can see. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to plug this back in so everything is working, so everything is on. I'm going to shut it off. Here is the stop point. You see, you can move it. Here is the stop point. So I'm going to remove this one. Okay, so what I've done is I've rolled it back as far as I could and created a new stop position. Now the stop is there. Just pull hard. Stop a little bit below the zero. If you stop directly at the zero, when the vehicle recalibrates itself, what's going to happen is it's going to be above the zero. I know from experience that you just go a little bit underneath the zero. Once I connect the dashboard back together and turn the ignition forward, keep it for a minute or so, you'll see that she'll calibrate herself. Now, it's the stop for this one is the same thing. Every function here is the same thing. So pull out of your piece. It's the exact same thing I did with the speed gauge. You can set it anywhere you want. Roll it back until just a little bit below zero. Same scenario. The gas gauge is supposed to reset itself. I've noticed that it's not actually doing that. Its stop is in a different spot, but see, its stop is right there. Bring it back forward. Actually, you can do this one just like this, and that'll be fine. I know my temperature hand is not 100% correct. And right there, it's fine. So I'm going to set this back down. I'm going to plug it back in. And I'm going to just watch the dashboard. She will do all kinds of funny things here now. See, my gas gauge now is correct. My temperature end is correct. I know this vehicle. I know how it operates on this temperature. I know when it's completely warmed up, it's been driven for a while. She's always in that position on her temperature gauge. And her speed is exactly on zero now. As you could tell, it wasn't before. And my RPMs is idling just a little bit under 1,000, which is our normal position. And basically that's all you have to do. So again, the procedure is unplug your dash, which is right here. Unplug your dash, pull it out, pull off these connections, pull out with your fingers, just pull them out, or a tool, doesn't matter, as long as you can just pull them off, put them back anywhere, reset back to the normal. Just do that procedure, the same for the RPM gauge, same for the gas, same for the temperature, and it should work fine. And that'll be about it. I'm just gonna put it back together, and that'll be it. That'll conclude this video. And that's it for my recalibration of the dashboard for a 2010 Mazda Tribute. And thanks for watching, and I'm sure there's a lot more to come. Don't forget to hit a like if you like, or a dislike, up to you, and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Everything functioning properly, temperature, gas, RPMs, everything's fine. I'm sitting right at 0 on my dot. Everything's working, and that's how you do it. That's how you recalibrate your gauges inside your dashboard of a 2010 Mazda Tribute.